guys, it's Gwendolyn again. Back to back. Ooh, that's the first. Okay, I'll wait. Oh, okay. You guys, we need to have a conversation. Okay. I showed a bag some videos ago. Not like I have so many. But you guys, let me go on and on. You know how I am. And you guys didn't tell me I was like messing up. I so said a wrong size for a bag. I know you guys didn't want to hurt my feelings. That was so nice of you. Or you thought, okay, she doesn't know what she's talking about anyway. So either way, it was okay. But someone did bring to my attention that I made a mistake with a measurement on one of the bags that I have. And her name, let me mention her name for you, because she saved the day, you guys. Her name is Martina Beckford. Thank you, Martina. And for the rest of you, I'm just joking, but for the rest of you, I know most of you maybe never caught it or just thought, okay, she knows that the difference and she just made a mistake. So either way, thank you guys for being really nice about it. And she was very nice as well. I really appreciate that because we're going to mess up sometimes. We're going to make mistakes. And I see things and read things and I stay stuck. It stays in my head and I remember something that I read and then I start trying to connect it with what I'm talking about currently. I always do that. Like for instance, let me tell you how messed up I am. I revert thingies. Don't I like
Yes, ma'am.
I always revert thingies.
Names,
like I cannot
sentences.
remember. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but like for instance, I think the person's name is Kirk Franklin.
Yes, ma'am.
Really?
You call him Frank.
I call him Frank Kirkland forever.
She
No
says-
disrespect to him.
What is you say? Square bob sponge
I
pants?
say square bob sponge pants. I say for the little, guys, that little square guy. I
Little
usually
square guy.
it's something else. I revert thingies. If I see numbers, a lot of times I would just switch it around in my head. I switch names big time. And I do this thingy where I take the first letter of something and I connect it to the back end of something.
She mixes things up, not when she's reading, but
And
when
it's
she's
just
talking.
Just talking. And I always say Frank Kirkland.
Yes, ma'am. That's
Now
what
I'm
people say.
confused.
Yeah,
Which
his name
one
is
is it? He's an amazing guy. I swear. I'm so sorry, mister. I'm not trying to. I don't know why I do that. So I'm trying to warn you that, okay, I have a few issues. I have some problems.
She sticks with like if I tell her someone's name,
Yeah.
I'll tell her their nickname, and if I say their real name, their actual name, she just remembers that forever. She won't use their nickname anymore. Little things.
No, I don't, you guys. But I mix up things, and I'm so sorry for doing that. So it's going to be times when you're going to hear me say something, and my intentions are really out there. Well, I really want to tell the complete truth about the things that I'm talking about. I don't try to mix you guys up. I really don't. I'm really just not catching it. Like with this thingy, I didn't know. I didn't think about it. And when she gave me a comment, she was so polite. Oh my gosh, she was so nice. You guys, she corrected me and she survived. I didn't do anything to her. So you can correct me. So, but she did it it was so nice. And when she did, I was like, wow, I don't know. When she asked me the difference in the bag, I was like, ooh, I don't know. Because I was like trying to think, what really did I do? What did I talk about? Anyway, that's how confused I am. But I'm going to show you guys which bag that I'm talking about. For the ones that caught it, you know which one. We're going to bring her back out. I haven't carried her yet, and I'm going to tell you why. But here she is, back in here. She's so embarrassed. I'm sorry, sweetheart, that I messed you up. I tried. And you guys know when you have a vintage bag, here it is, the Saumur. This one, I kept calling this one a 43. She's not a 43. And Martina, she said, well, she texted. I didn't talk to her. There I go again, fibbing. Gosh, the girl just needs some counseling. Yeah. Okay, she mentioned that she has the same bag, but she has the 43, and it has the double straps instead of the one in the middle. And you know, I knew of that bag, I just didn't remember the size. And so I thought to myself, this one must be the 43, because I'm going to show you why. Now it's time to blame someone else. Let's go. Let's blame someone else.
Blame game.
Let's do it. Okay, now, if you guys watched the video on the Saumur, what we thought was 43, this is a 35. Okay, I had to go back. She made me go back and do my homework. Good. I really appreciate that. But, okay, if you watched the other video on the what we thought was a 43, I had her repaired. I had the strap here repaired. I took it to a Louis Vuitton shop, well, Louis Vuitton boutique. I don't want to call them a shop. That's kind of insulting. I've messed up enough. I really need to stop. A boutique. So I had this entire strap replaced, and on the receipt it says the Saumur 43. Boom. See? And you know what? When I dropped the bag off, I did not tell them the size. I didn't say anything. I just showed them the problem. And it's here on the receipt. I'm going to try not to, I don't think there's anything on here but my phone number. You guys call me if you want. I don't really care. But it's on here.
Let me zoom in. Hold on.
Where it has the 43 size on it. And the Louis Vuitton is up here. I don't want to put them on a spot because I think they just made a mistake. They just know the brand, the type of bag, and I think they just assumed it was a 43. Or it just could have been someone typed it in incorrectly.
Okay.
That's it. So I'm not saying they didn't do an amazing job, and that I'm not really genuinely, I'm not blaming them. I think someone just knew the type. Because it's a vintage, this is the vintage style bag, an older bag. So sometimes someone in there could have just looked at it and just went with it, which is fine. That's where I got mixed up. I should have known better. Then I have my receipt. Well, I don't have the receipt in here with me, but I bought the bag from Tracy. The pre-loved. What's this? We don't know what this is. Pre-loved. Yes. Handbags. And I went back, and because I was like, wait a minute, maybe I'm confused. And I see her here, and she says Saumur 43. That's exactly what I purchased. I went back through my purchases, and I got so many. So sorry, I said it again. You guys hear Lexi's not correcting me. You guys hear Lexi's back there saying nothing. I keep saying 43, 35, 35, 35.
It's just I'm used to hearing
I keep doing it. This is like 35. The 43 has the two straps, okay? This one is the 35. Now, if it's the 30, don't tell me. Let's just let it go. Just let the thing be what it is. So, at this point, I needed to come in and correct that because that could make a huge difference from someone looking at the ones with the two straps.
Bag, exactly.
Yeah, to compare it. And they may think this is the largest it comes, which I thought it was. I've never seen one in a store. I'm not saying they don't have something similar, because Louis Vuitton tend to do that. They would make a bag similar to something that was in their vintage era. So it could be something out there similar to this. But anyway, this is the crossbody.
Yes, value. And
you can carry like a satchel, a crossbody in different ways for you guys that don't really remember, but you can check out the video. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details of it.
We'll put a link to the video and whatnot.
Yeah, Lexi put a link to it. But that's where I got mixed up. My receipt from the repair had it as a 43. And I remembered that from reading it on my receipt before I did the video. Now I realize this is a 35. 35, 35. That's clear. Hope no one got bothered by it. I didn't want to offend anyone. I really appreciate her. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate whichever. Sometimes people probably feel like they don't want to feel like they're hurting someone's feelings. Either way, I'm glad I found out and I'm glad I corrected it. So now let's go on to something else for just a second. On the other video, I also mentioned while we got her out that I thought the front cutout was a little bit smaller than the back, In that other video, I showed putting my airbook in the back, but I could not put it in the front. See, I remember. The girl got, I remember. And according to my measurements, okay, we know how that goes, but the front seams to be at least a half of an inch smaller than the back cutout, the back pocket or cutout, whichever you want to call it. I don't think it's called a pocket because the pockets are inside here. So I'm just going to call this the bag cutout or whatever, how you put things in the bag itself. According to my measurements, which still could be wrong, we know this is not in stone because we know me. But this seems to be almost 11 inches here, and on the back and on the front of this bag, it seems to be closer to 10.5 inches. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry for that as well. It could just be, you know, the bag size can change. I don't know if something changes through the years and whatever. I don't know, or my measurements, I don't know. But it seems there is a difference. I tell you this, by putting things in there, there is definitely a difference. Even if mine is a defect.
Yeah. Well, you would know if you're putting something specific in the back and you're not able to put it in the front.
I could not put my airbook.
Obviously some type of a
I
difference.
could show that again too. Let me get to my airbook. I'm going to show you there is a slight difference. Give me just a second. Okay, this is the front of the Saumur 35 and this is the back. Okay, now on the other video that Lexi's going to show probably over here, but just for the record, we're going to say there, somewhere, but probably this direction. She's going to show you a little bit of the other video, or at least a link to it, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So, but the Mac Airbook did not fit in the front of the bag. I know I remember that. So, we're going to test it out to be sure. This is the back of the bag. Let's turn it around. This is the back. And let's try to put this in here. I have to pull it over a tiny bit. But see, it goes in there, in the back of the bag. But, yeah, I don't remember being able to put it in the front. But let me see, just in case I got mixed up or just didn't try hard enough. Let's be sure.
Time to experiment.
Yeah, we're going to experiment again. But this is the front. I can get it in there, but I'm forcing it more. I didn't do it in the last video. I gave up because I felt like I was stretching it too much. I did force it in more on the front. The other video I didn't. I just stopped and gave up on it. But, so I'm guessing, obviously, it will fit. But you have to tug on the bag a little bit. So, it's just a little bit more snug. I don't know if... You know how materials could sometimes change a little bit? I can't describe, like, things can happen a little bit within it and it could make a difference. Like, I don't know if it would be the same with their leather bags. I'm not assuming it does. Or the canvas. I'm not assuming it does. But this cutout just seems to fit differently. This one seems to be cut deeper.
Well, even seeing you put the laptop in just now, there is a difference. Even if it's just just slight.
Okay, looking like this, doesn't it seem like a little bit deeper, lower than this one between the two? I can't tell that well. I think it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that much of a difference. But in measurements, it seemed to come up a tad bit short.
Just slightly
and it could just be the way
know.
it's back. If the bag is made, could just be whatever. Could be me measuring it. But either way, I struggled a little bit more putting it in one side than the other. Just could be just the way it is. And this is not a perfect shape. This is not a perfect. I don't think this is a perfect rectangle shape. It doesn't seem to be. It seems like it goes out a little bit on the ends.
Yes, ma'am.
So that makes a difference. Anyway, it could be the same size. I don't know 100%. But I measured it. Seems to be a little bit, just a tiny bit difference, but it could not be. That's not in stone. Last video, like I said, I just stopped with trying to put it in the front. Poor people just got mixed up on that thingy. Poor guys trying to trust me.
It's okay. At least you went back. You saw something, you saw the comment.
Yeah, anything
you
I
went
find
back to
wrong, I'm going
correct
to
it.
correct it. I don't mind correcting it. Now, I haven't carried these Saumur very much because I'm thinking about getting the other parts of the bag done again. All the other parts, the strap,
Are you going to
the
get all of the
vachetta.
leather redone? Just the trim? Do you
The
think you're
trim,
going to get all
I'm
of it done?
thinking, yeah, this is leather. You're correct. This is like canvas.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm thinking about getting it done, you guys, because I've been contemplating and trying not to just spend the extra money and thinking about, because there's so many other things I want, and I know it's going to be pretty pricey. But I didn't pay a whole lot for this bag. I don't know what I mentioned before because I probably couldn't remember. And sometimes I get mixed up with my pricing on certain items, maybe because I do things, sometimes I purchase things back to back to back. Like I may have 3 or 4 things I do in one time, one hit, right? I do that. So
Yeah,
sometimes
it does make
I
it
may,
a little bit, exactly.
and then from the one company, I've shopped a lot
Yes,
from
ma'am.
them, so whatever. I don't know what, but this wasn't super expensive to buy this one because I bought it with more flaws. Even though I think it's in great shape.
I think
it's
such a
in
pretty
great
bag. When
shape.
you showed it to me, I loved it.
Yeah, this is a super gorgeous bag, but I'm thinking about, this cost $150 to get this done, the one strap.
Yes, ma'am.
And you guys remember I'll just go ahead and open it back up and I keep saying remember.
Do
But-
you remember?
Yeah, I just always go there. That's a shortcut. I know somebody's like, why is she showing the same bag? What's wrong with that chick? Yeah, got issues, but it is what it is. This strap is the one that I had redone, and this cost me $150 to get this redone. It's so nice. But I did not get any of the other leather pieces, the trims, none of the hardware. I got none of that done, as you can see. And I'm thinking about doing that. At the time, it was going to be closer to over 800. Don't you remember the guy saying over 8?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I don't really need it. I still don't need it per se, but
Some of the pieces
here
are a bit more worn, and if you're going to be carrying it
Yeah.
and opening it and closing it and moving it around,
especially for this side,
I think you should.
I think I need to
Consider
consider because this, I don't know if you can see that leather is a little bit, it's not, the worn part is one thing, but the leather is rather dry. You know,
Yes,
you guys know leather would dry out. And there are different things you need to do to protect the leather. And I did consider that. I purchased the Loving my bags. You can see some of the things that here I've used. I've used them on a bag or two. I've purchased this. And you can purchase individual little pieces, the individual select pieces of this if you like. Or you could purchase the entire kit. I purchased an entire kit. And it comes with like the wiping cloth, and you see I've used it. It has a couple of, here's one still folded. The microfiber little cloth, that's one still there, I have not used, of course. This is that, what's that guy, that bald thingy, Mr. Clean type of thingy? That's what this
like
is.
The eraser, the magic eraser.
Magic eraser. That's what this really is. I can feel it because I can tell. We have a magic eraser. That's what this is. Can't trick me. That's what. If it isn't, okay. That's what it seems like. That, and I'll show you the actual products. Here is the vachetta pre-treatment and the vachetta protection. It tells you, it gives you a direction of which order to use them, which order, whatever. I'm not going to try to just remember. Here's another one of the.
Is that another cloth?
This is a vachetta protection and pre-treatment applicator. This one. This feels like not a paper towel, but not the same as this. See, they got the little labels on it. It's really cool. They're really. This is to polish. This is for cleaning and polishing cloth. This one is, and this one is to apply the treatment. They're really good with the label. They're really on it. And I've used one of them. Here are the instructions for loving my bag. It took me a minute to get this though. I think it was they had a lot of orders, and they showing an example of how it works for the vachetta, and they made it purposely to treat bags with the leather and things, the untreated leather on the bags. So that's in there. I'm just going through some of this. And this cost me, the entire kit cost me, let me see if I put it on. I thought it was under 100, but close to, I don't see it on here. I thought it was between 60 and 80 something dollars.
Yes,
I just don't remember. It was somewhere between there. I can't remember for sure. I can't remember. And here are some other things I've used. And here's part of the eraser that I've used on a different bag. I'm going to put that dirty one back there. This is the vachetta cleaner. That's what this is. The cleaner. And then the vachetta conditioner is here. This stuff look like, you know what this looks like? If you just left this out, somewhere start using it as like a lotion. I have lotions that is soft. It's so creamy.
It looks like a lotion.
Oh my God, it's so tempting. You guys, I'm addicted to lotion. And even though my house water solution that I have installed, I don't need a lot of lotions, I still love them. And every time I see something like that, I just, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I like soft creams. I want to touch it. That's that. Let me see what this looks like while we're going in. That one looks really soft and creamy. That's the conditioner. They look the same.
Yeah.
So you really need to keep your tops.
So you can know. That one's just like maybe a slight
It looks the same. So if you buy this kit, in my opinion, unless you guys can tell something I can't, keep your tops with each container open, maybe one at a time, because to me they look really similar. Mm-hmm. And this is a cleanser, and that's a conditioner. So I would keep them, I would do one at a time, which I'm guessing people do anyway. I have no idea. Or maybe some people just know the difference. Why can't I close this thing? Okay, this is just my day for technical difficulties. Okay, I'll finish it later. I'll try to close it. Okay, and look at the little hearts on the bag. That's so cute. The little hearts. It came in this zipper type of thingy here. The zipper baggie. Here are more instructions. It tells you step by step what to do. For instructions for the cleanser, for the vachetta. Then it tells you about the protection and all of that. Anyway, walks you through. Here are some more. What is this one? Is another for your application. Another one for the polishing and cleaning. This one. And another one for polishing and cleaning. Okay. So we have more of these cloths. They gave me a decent amount. It took me a minute to get my things, like I said, because I think they probably had a lot of orders, but when I went to check with customer service, it came right out. Maybe they just was sending it and forgot or got pushed back a little bit. It came right on from there. So anyway, so this is loving my bag, and I brought this all out to sort of check with you guys and ask if any one of you would like to share that with me or whatever. I don't know if I want to use the products on here. I know that's what they're for, but I also watched a video. I wish I could remember whose it was, and some lady, I'm going to try my best to remember. It was a lady that said she got quite a few of her Louis Vuitton bags from her mother, and I can't remember. I think her mom passed on or something, but she had, so I'm just saying that's not like she could just call her and ask her, but she said her mother always told her how to take care of the Louis Vuitton's bags. She told her how to take care of them, and she said don't use all of those chemicals and products out there. just in her opinion. And she said to just use a cloth and water to take care of it, and it would remove the dirt and things, which is true. It does remove some of the thingies. But I don't know 100% how to get the leather soft again in some of the places where it's a little dry.
Where it's drier.
And as it's dry, it starts to crack a little bit. It could just be, you know, hey, the thing is way older.
Exactly.
And it's not that big of a deal. I'm not trying to be super cheap. I'm really not. But I'm wondering if I could save something by finding a way to, I don't want to say lubricate. That just doesn't sound correct. Finding a way to make the leather
get some moisture
softer.
back into the leather.
That's it. Get moisture back into the leather. That's a safer word. So I don't know for sure, and I'm going to try to figure it out. And if any of you guys take the time to give me a little bit of advice, if you think of something, I'll look through the comments and whatever, because I don't know for sure. And I'm afraid to use product because I think you have to keep using product. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking if you start to using a chemical or product, you need to stick with that. I'm guessing. I don't know. I still could be wrong. I don't know. But that's my dilemma. And that's why I haven't carried the Saumur 35 around yet, because I didn't want the leather to continue to crack
or dry out more.
Dry out more. Do I need to store it differently? I don't leave them overwrapped. I let my bags breathe. I remember the lady saying her mom said to do that as well. We're not saying she's, Mrs. Louis Vuitton. Well, she could be. The lady has some heck of nice bags. Somebody liked her. So, but I do like what she was saying. I have leather sofas and everything. I wonder if I could use, if there's something out there to not over treat this. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it alone until I get either some advice, or I try to figure out, read more. I read a little bit more. I'm not going to damage it. If nothing else, I'll take it in and
especially being that one's an older,
I love this bag. Yeah. It's not a problem. It's in excellent shape, in my opinion.
As much as possible.
It's in excellent shape. I just want to vamp it up a little bit more. I don't want to go in and out of the buckles. I don't want to use them back and forth and they start cracking more or breaking off, because this is pretty dry. I just don't know what to do about it. Not yet. And it would be nice to have some shiny buckles and things. I mean, the buckles and hardware would be cute to have brand new ones. So I may just go ahead and send it back in and let them get it all redone. You don't have to worry about it, but and even if I do get it redone, to keep it up, you still want to keep it. I still would like advice if you guys know anything about that. I am still interested in trying to find better ways to take care of it. I research as much as I can. I swear I do. But I can't find everything sometimes. And I don't know a whole lot about these bags and leather and things. I don't know a whole lot about them. I'm still learning. Yeah. And this part right here, I could tell it was wet. Maybe got caught in the rain or something. This little trim here. So I don't mind either way. But I'm going to need some help with trying to figure out what to do. So if any of you guys take the time to do that, I would appreciate that. So I think here we go. Look, watch. Here we go.
She has to look first.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I've taken the time to correct something that needed to be corrected. I'm not trying to get a pat on the back, which I should, but I just didn't want the wrong information out there any further. I would have done it a long time ago had I known. I genuinely just did not know. And when she asked me, she threw me for a loop. I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, I really don't know. And I told her, oh my gosh, I really don't know. Now you got me wondering, like, what did I say?
Exactly.
Anyway, so that being said, thanks again to Martina. Is that her name? Martina Beckford. Yeah, thank you. You were so polite. Thank you so much. And she did say too, she said, oh, she's like, what difference does it make? She asked the 423 if the bags are nice either way. That was really cool, and they are. But being that she corrected me and made me realize the difference, I sort of want the other one as well.
You want the 423?
So I'm going to find the 423 for real. And I did it, you guys. I didn't want to take the other video down because it gave other information, the other video on different ways. Yeah, went into a little more detail about the
pack it and whatnot.
Yeah, I just found out a little bit more after she politely corrected my mistake, and I realized. And then, like I said, another video I didn't think this could fit at all in the front. I tugged a little bit more, and I went ahead and tried it this time, so it does fit on either side. So that's new. And I did not want to consider this video as an update. It's not an update. It's really genuinely a correction. So, that's being said, that's my favorite thing.
And that being said,
I think I'm done with everything I needed to share with you on the things I found out that I've learned about my own bag, and advice on what to do about the dry leather. If you guys, any of you know that, please help me out. So, that's it. Thanks again, you guys. Glad to come in again, back to back for once. Glad to do that.
I know, it's a first.
Yeah, I know. I try not to overwhelm you guys with hearing me all the time. I know you watch so many other videos, so I try not to just be in your face all the time. So, if you want me to, we can talk. But, okay, thanks so much. Have a good Sunday, because we're already almost out. We're starting a new week, so have a good Sunday. Thanks so much for your time. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for the heads up. Thanks for the ones that felt like, oh, she knew, or we don't want to mess her because she's off. Thank you for you too as well. Thank you. And I would talk to you guys later for this one too. Have a good one. And what do I say? Like,
comment, and subscribe.
Comment and subscribe. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Good seeing you. Bye.